In for another edition of the Good Times with Coach Show season ticket holder pickup party edition. My name is Brooks Hill, and to everybody in the restaurant, my right, your left, two-time defending FPHL winning head coach Brant Sherwood joining us here on the show once again. And it's been a while since we've been able to talk on the record with microphones in our hands, Coach, but pretty busy off season. More hardware sticking around Binghamton. Ring nights coming up for the guys and the office staff as well, but there's a whole lot to get to and not a whole lot of time left before we drop the puck on another Black Bears season.
Oh, you're making me blush, Brooksy. I appreciate the accolades that all the boys did for us this past year, but it was a group effort, and it's good to be back in the 607. Definitely a busy summer with recruiting and setting everything up, but we have a great group of returners coming back, and lots of good newcomers as well.
Yeah, before we get to this season coming up, obviously busy summer for the both of us. You were Mr. World Traveler again this summer, weren't you, just a little bit? Tell us about that little vacation that you took.
Well, we took a couple. We really winded down and went to Key West after the season. It was super busy. These extended seasons, you only get so much time, so you want to take advantage of those summers. I didn't think we were going to travel as much as we did, but then, my wife had a couple work trips that I hopped in on, and we made the most of them. But we went to Key West, we went to London, and then our last road trip was Newport, Rhode Island, which was awesome. So, we had a ton of fun, but we enjoyed Philly as well.
That's awesome. Oh, we had a great time when you invited some of the staff down to you got to see the apartment in Philly and get to go to
apartment
see the townhome.
Townhome? Yeah, I think it's a little bigger than that.
Yeah. Jimmy might hate me now because I said it like that. But great hospitality from the Sherwood family.
Awesome.
Having the Black Bears staff down there to see the Phillies and Red Sox, and really funny sitting in between one Red Sox fan and one Phillies fan the entire time.
Bobby's
really
lucky he made it out alive.
I know.
It's a good move on his part. Takes a lot of cojones, but no, it was a fun night getting a big group down there. And then part of our ownership, Ted Goldthorpe, was there. That was awesome seeing him, and there was a lot of action that night. There was some heavy bats on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of hits, a lot of runs as well. You talk about Bobby making it out alive. You'd be lucky if he makes it out alive tonight. Here at Tully's, I can already tell
yeah,
he's pretty
busy in
back
the back
there.
yeah.
Right now, Bobby Gross, Kelsey Lane, Trevor Potenziano, Cole Parenti are slinging season tickets back there. It is our season ticket holder pickup party here tonight. The line standing around the bar here inside the restaurant, but people
it's trickling outside too.
Yeah.
It was tough finding the parking spot.
We set the over-under for people waiting in line outside when we pulled up at 4.5, and that was smashed by at least like 12.
You needed some Vegas odds in there. I think they would have had a better read on that.
Yeah, definitely handicapping not in my future.
No.
That's for sure. We're gonna have a couple of seasonal over and unders at the end of the show with Coach Sherwood that we're get his thoughts on. Neat little segment that we're going to look back at this coach's show at the end of the year, and we're gonna see what predictions we got right. One thing worth noting, next Monday, Black Bears are going to get their rings for the second time, second straight fall to start the season that we're going to have this opportunity because we are the first team in the 15-year history of the FPHL to go back-to-back as champions. It's an incredible honor. It's an incredible night as well, really intimate with just the people involved with the organization. It was a great night last year, and I'm expecting nothing less coming up here again on a Monday with you and the rest of ownership involved with the guys. Very sentimental. And just great to really one last push to remember what the Black Bears did last season.
Yeah, it'll be a night to remember. I'm excited to celebrate with, our returners and guys that are coming to town. It's, you got to have that recognition for what we accomplished, and you have to embrace those moments. And then, Tuesday morning we flush it and we get back to work. That's kind of the theme. We have to strive to be better each and every year, and we don't want any complacency, because complacency turns champions into ex-champions. So we will We'll enjoy it. We'll have a nice dinner. We'll break some bread, have some good laughs, talk about the journey that got us there, and then start our own journey.
No comfy cats, right?
No comfy cats. There's not too many comfy cats this year. There's actually zero. The boys are working super hard in training camp. Everything's going well. There's a little bit more conditioning this year, so we will be ready for banner raising night. We're not going to drop that one, that's for sure.
All right, we're talk about banner raising night coming up. That is going to be Friday, October 10th, 7 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves on the other side of a timeout. Before we get there real quick, you mentioned the rings, and I feel that we should mention there was 2 times this year, I was wearing the ring, and people literally stopped, asked if they could see it, take it off my hand and hold it. And 1, they were impressed with how professional it looked, and 2, how heavy it actually was. That was at a wedding in South Carolina where the bride asked me to see my ring.
Oh,
and I thought that's where the night was going to take a bad turn for me.
Yeah.
Because I thought she maybe thought I was showing her up. No, absolutely not the case at all. Wonderful girl, Taylor Lee in Colton, got married down in South Carolina. So that was a big topic. And then Steven Santini from the Syracuse Crunch, when we were having our joint press conference, asked if he could see the ring after he was looking at the Commissioner's Cup. He recognized a lot of names on it when him and Tyson were getting to know each other that afternoon. But
yeah, hockey's a small world. You know, we have friends at all different levels, and I know these guys skate with some guys that are in AA, AAA, or at the National League level. So it's great to see a guy humble like that and, you know, interested in what we're doing down here and what we're accomplishing. But as far as the ring goes, EJ did a great design with that. Thank you to Barron as well. It's special. Like, I don't really wear it around too much, but I do take a peek of it every now and then when it's in my desk drawer.
Yeah, you can only bring something like that out in special occasions.
Yes.
Obviously, when I go home to North Carolina, people down there want to see it. So I bring it home for that instances. People from high school, college, they like seeing it because they keep up with the team and things like that. Some of our social media following, and you know,
I wouldn't mind tapping it on the glass in a few arenas, but that's not me. I don't like flaunting it out, and I like moving on to the next season.
More than one. I think there's more than one arena. All right, so we're talking about this upcoming season on the other side of this timeout. Friendly reminder, if you are with us here tonight in the restaurant, you haven't gone in line to pick up your season tickets, go to the game room door on the side closest to the exit. Go in. They're sorted by last name. Our front office staff will gladly help you out. They also have your season ticket holder benefits package as well as the tickets for the upcoming season. Take a quick break. We'll be right back previewing the 25-26 season for the Black Bears right after this.
Hockey season is back, and the defending Commissioner Cup champion Black Bears are taking on the Watertown Wolves Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Join us for a special banner-raising ceremony brought to you by Illuminations for a show you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube. Hockey season is back, and the defending Commissioner Cup champion Black Bears are taking on the Watertown Wolves Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Join us for a special banner-raising ceremony brought to you by Illuminations for a show you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube. Hockey season is back, and the defending Commissioner Cup champion Black Bears are taking on the Watertown Wolves Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Join us for a special banner-raising ceremony brought to you by Illuminations for a show you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
Sorry.
Welcome back in Tully's Good Times with Coach Show. Friendly reminder that the next Coach's Show that we're going to have here at Tully's on the Vestal Parkway will be back on the regularly scheduled Tuesday. It'll be October 21st at 6 p.m. That'll be after the first 4 games of the season, so that way we have a little bit more to talk about and see how the Black Bears are doing at the start of the season. Let's talk about some of the off-season moves that the Black Bears made in preparation for this year, and I think it's best to probably start with the subtractions from the roster. Some guys that were a part of the championship squad last year, and even some who were part of the championship squad the year before that. Kyle Steffen, Don Oliveri, Josh Fletcher, Nick Poirier, Chris Mott, Dakota Bond, CJ Hapward, Anthony Bernardo. As of this moment, at time of going live here tonight, not on the Black Bears roster, some of which are with new teams, some of which are playing in different leagues, and some of which have moved on to another chapter of life, all of which are fine cases, but those guys, for the time being, not going to be with the Black Bears come opening night.
Yeah, so I guess we can just, go down the list, and I'll start off with one of my best buddies, Ollie. There might be an opportunity to bring him back if he decides to play again, but as of right now, he's still waiting on the Fire Academy and getting that schedule. So we'll see what happens there. But I can't say enough great things about Ollie and what he's brought to the table. As far as his goal scoring, leadership, his patience with the puck and his composure. he's kind of an irreplaceable guy. He's such a unique talent with his shot, his poise, all that. The guy's just a magician with the puck, and I'm lucky enough to kind of be close by him, so I get to see him in the summer a bit, and I know he'll be up for banner night, that's for sure. So I understand the fans they'll be pretty pumped up about that. Hopefully eats a couple Twizzlers or whatnot.
What if he just walks out with a bag of Twizzlers?
I think that would rile up the crowd quite a bit. And
I think so.
We'll go to Defenseman of the Year, Dakota Bond. He has family priorities, and he's a upcoming dad, and we wish him and Courtney nothing but the best. And they have to take care of things on the home front. Possibly he'll be back the following year, but right now he's still staying busy playing in the APHL league, and I saw he got another goal the other night.
Yeah.
So he's staying active, and hopefully he's back in Binghamton in the future, and hope Courtney's doing well and everything's healthy and whatnot. Kyle Steffen, he's up in Canada. I just talked to him the other day. He misses us, so he always checks in, and he's, I got a spot in my heart for that kid, because he took off some time, a couple of years of hockey, and he came back, and you could just see his true appreciation for the game. He's a relentless worker. He'll do anything for the guys, and he took a lot of guys under his wing as well. So it's definitely a piece we're going to be missing, but we have some great newcomers coming in, and that's just sports sometimes. You miss these guys, and then some newcomers come in, you get some other fan favorites, but wishing Kyle nothing but the best. He's always welcome back. We have quite the alumni crew that we're developing over the past couple of years, and it's nice to see, and I think we're doing something at the end of the year to kind of honor some guys before us.
Yeah, so in case anybody didn't know, the Black Bears were celebrating their 5th anniversary this season. So 5 years as Binghamton's pro hockey team. Black Bears are now 2-time champions of the FPHL. So 2 out of 4 is pretty good so far, but 3 for 5 does look a little bit better, get over that 50% on the championship percentage. So we're going to try to put together an alumni night later on in the season this year, near the end, probably in April. Obviously, with so many alumni now scattered all across North America, we're going to try to get everybody in as best we can for this very special night coming up at the end of the year. I know some people have already RSVP'd, yes.
I know with our ownership crew, they'll make sure they're taken care of when they get to town. They'll have their hotel and stuff, but all they got to do is get here, and we'll take care of the rest. And then for some of the other guys you mentioned, CJ Hapward, Anthony Bernardo, they're, CJ, he moved on to one of his jobs, but he's trying to look to move it remotely. So, we could be potentially seeing him down the road. Same thing with Anthony. He's a TA right now, so he's finishing that up, and hopefully he gets hired as a physical education teacher. But if he doesn't, we could possibly have him back in December. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. They do have a home here, and they always have a chance of coming back.
I think Anthony would probably rather be playing hockey than probably grading papers as a TA. So, obviously, best of luck to those two guys.
Tossing a dodgeball out there, watching the kids go at it. He needs to be on the ice with us, that's for sure.
Yeah, we will we'll get to see our old friend Chris Smott later on in the season in November. I did see my first video from Athens with Chris in a Rock Lobster jersey, and it just looked a little bit different when he was down there. But obviously, part of being so good like the Black Bears have the last year is you're going to lose people in the expansion drafts or in the, formerly the Soskin draft.
Yeah, like guys like Justin Samaro, and they found new homes, and that goes for Chris as well. I'm so pumped for Chris. We had an awesome trip down in Athens. The boys had a ton of fun. They got the sunshine and whatnot, and I think Chris thoroughly enjoyed his time down there. So I was happy to see him get out of Topeka and go somewhere that he's wanted, and he's gonna thrive at. I'm excited to see what he can do. I don't want him to hurt us too much when we play him in November. So no friends when we're when he's on the ice, but as soon as the game ends, we'll definitely be chatting it up.
It'll be fun. I can't wait to get a video of Chris Mott like calling the dogs like in a UGA polo down there. I think he might just fit right on in. But obviously with subtraction, obviously addition is right on the opposite side of that. And Black Bears not only bringing in a bunch of new talent into the league, I know we have a bunch of rookies who are in their first pro training camp. A lot of those guys have actually come up and introduced themselves to me when I've been walking around the locker room, just saying hi, hello, like, oh, we listened to the broadcast last year. So we're very excited.
We got a really respectful group, and lots of these rookies, they've worn letters at their colleges or in juniors. So, yeah, that's the type of kind of character we recruit, and, you know, they have on-ice skill as well.
Yeah, and then not only did you bring in rookies to pro hockey, you also brought in some big-name veterans as well. Ivan Bondarenko and Mac Jensen. Ivan came from Pensacola. Mac came from Roanoke. I know that you had a personal connection with both of these guys in the past, but talk about getting those two big-name guys to come play in the FPHL and specifically come play for the Black Bears.
Well, let's start off with Mac Jansen. That kid's a soldier, and we are very lucky to have a type of player like that in Binghamton. He is going to be a fan favorite. He's great in the community, but his on-ice skill, what he can do with the puck as far as puck protection goes, his shot, he's a goal scorer. You know, it's hard to find 20-plus goals a year in the SP and, you know, get them down here. So, yes, our relationship kind of geared him towards coming to Binghamton, but I couldn't be more pleased to have Mac Jansen in our locker room. You know, a 3-time captain for Roanoke. He was always a leader when I was there when he was, you know, just starting off. But he's going to be a special sight to see come opening night. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him to take kind of a back seat to leadership role, I guess I'd say, just so he can focus on hockey, have some fun, and, you know, he doesn't have to do any of the community relation stuff, setting up volunteering or making sure he's getting on the guys. I know he'll do that naturally, but I think his game's going to thrive just by being one of the guys and being a hockey player and, you know, ending his career the right way.
Yeah, second year in a row, somebody from Roanoke has played in Binghamton. You got C.J. Stubbs the year before. Obviously, Stubbs and Jensen were teammates together on that championship team that Roanoke won, and both of them were teammates with you, also with Jesse Tyson, Cam Clark as well.
Yeah, Stubbs played a huge role in getting Jansen here. You know, I know he got in his ear once I got the call from Janny, and like, I just have a smile on my face because I'm like, yeah, like, dude, you got a home with us anytime you want. So once again, yeah, very, very lucky to have Mac Jansen in our locker room. He's going to take some of these young guys under his wing and just show them how to be a pro.
Was really cool. Now, what about Ivan Bondarenko?
Bondo, man.
How do you know Ivan?
So I was assistant coaching in Columbus, and when I got there, I didn't have a previous relationship with him. I knew Mac Jansen, C.J. Stubbs, Jake Schultz, Connor Fries, a bunch of the recruits that I got to come down for that COVID season. But Ivan Bondarenko caught my eye almost immediately, and he was in a position that a lot of players wouldn't like, and he didn't complain, you know, pout, didn't show bad body language or anything like that. I think he was like a 10th forward or 11th forward when I got there, and I just kept going in Boomer's ear, like, we need to get this kid on like a top 6 role and get him on the power play. And eventually enough, that naturally happened. He played with Connor Fries that year, and those two took off. I think C.J. Stubbs was on the line as well. But what you're going to see from Bondo is craftiness, creativity. He's going to get the crowd up on their feet. You're going to hear the ahs, the oohs, and he's got some dancing skills out there. So I'm excited to see him set up his teammates and bury some goals. But another guy that we are fortunate enough to have in our locker room.
Well, that's awesome. So we're very excited to see how all that's going to go. I know you guys had a little inter-squad game today at training camp. What did you take away from that?
There's a little rustiness, but the guys are battling. There's a little bit more physicality. I like to see the compete, and in the corners or half wall down, net front situations. But you can see it developing. You can see the chemistry coming about. There's plays to be made. We just got to capitalize on the scoring chances. And I really liked our training camp the past few days. But yeah, the inter-squad game was great. I would have liked to seen more goals on the 3-on-3. I think there was only 2 goals for 10 minutes, so it's something we need to work on. I don't want to go back to 2 years ago when we could win in overtimes.
Yeah,
but,
dark days.
Yeah, it's them just getting their legs underneath them and getting to know each other and making sure we're ready to go for next Friday.
Well, talk about one more addition, and it could be the biggest one. Depending on the way you look at it, could be in your eyes, it could be the biggest one. Maybe not in the fans' wise, but was announced last week that the Black Bears did hire John Quinville, or as we call him, Q, or now Coach Q, to be the assistant coach for the upcoming season. What went into that decision, and what has it been like so far with the first week with Coach Q being around the team full time?
It's been awesome. It makes my life a whole lot easier. I'm able to observe and evaluate on the ice and kind of have those coaching moments on the side with when Q's running a drill. So I'm able to teach and, hey, point out this, hey, you might want to do this in this situation next time. Instead of when I've been coaching the past couple of years, I'm running the drill, I'm tossing a puck in, I'm trying to tell a guy what to do at the same time. It becomes very scrambly at times during the practice, but we're another guy we're lucky to have in our locker room again, and it's a great sounding board as well. For me, we bounce ideas off each other, we think alike, but what came in the decision is he decided to retire, and he wanted to be with his family, and he didn't want to bring his family over to Europe and kind of do that trek every single year. So I think John made a very mature decision for his family to kind of bunk up here, and it was a little later in the summer. So when it gets late in the summer, there's a lot of jobs that are filled up. I'm sure he could have been an NHL scout or hopped on an AHL team to be an assistant coach or whatever, but he wants to stay close to home and give back to the community. So we're just fortunate enough to, line him up here in bingo. And he gave me a call about 2 weeks ago saying, hey, what do you think about me hopping on board? And I was like, what? Yeah, this is easy decision. Called Andreas, he was on board, and kind of the rest is history. But he's an assistant coach that's all in. We've had, previous assistant coaches they're kind of in and out, and it's tough to have a guy here. We don't have a ton of money to hand out and stuff like that. So to have him on the ice and for these guys to learn from, an NHL player, an AHL all-star, whether it's little skills, shooting, picking up pucks off the wall, catching passes in your feet, he's there to help, and he's very engaged, and these guys are responding the right way.
That's awesome. And we're going to have Coach Q on the Good Times with Coach show later on this season. So it'll be the first time that we have an assistant coach on with us. And I'm very excited because Q is a funny guy. And he tells you exactly how it is. He doesn't sugarcoat things.
It's pretty black and white.
Yeah. There's a lot of
non-negotiables with him.
It is straightforward as it comes. But, former first-round NHL draft pick back in 2014, and also I know this might be a little bit of a sore topic, was a 2-time All-Star with the Binghamton Devils while they were here in town. So, obviously he has a good pedigree that not only boosters the Black Bears' credibility, but the FPHL's credibility as well, that they can attract, NHL, AHL caliber talent, not only just to play, but now coaching as well. So obviously we're all excited about it.
It's so fun working with him. I think these guys are having a blast with him. He brings unmatched energy to each and every practice, and it's something embedded in him. He comes from a strong hockey family. his two other brothers, I played against Peter in the Alberta Junior Hockey League, and I was a 20-year-old. He was a 16-year-old, and he was a leading scorer in the league. So he's got quite a bit of talent in his bloodline, and I know he bounces ideas off his defenseman brother, David, who's playing in the SHL over in Sweden, a top 5 league in the world.
Yeah.
So Q's going to be working with the D a little bit this year, so he's bouncing ideas with his brother. It's just kind of unlimited information, maybe information I would have never received by not bringing in a guy like this in our locker room.
Well, obviously, very excited again. Congratulations to Coach Quinville, and that is Coach Quinville with the Binghamton Black Bears. So very excited to see how that develops on, and we're going to be pumped up to see him on October 10th at the banner raising night as well. Let's talk about last season real quick. Obviously,
I've moved on already, Brooks. It's over.
I know, but I understand. But the fans
just
like
kidding.
talking about last season, and there is a lot to talk about. There was an 18-game win streak from January 10th to March 8th last year. You guys set
We
a
shouldn't have
franchise
lost
record.
that 19th game, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That one wasn't a game. That turned into a fight. Black Bears finished with a 49-6-1 record for 143 points. Both of those franchise records as well. Went 7-1-0 in the playoffs. Had a plus 148 goal differential. Connor McAnanama became the first goalie in franchise history to win goaltender of the year. And then in the playoffs, had a .88 save percentage and a I said that backwards. .88 goals against average and a .970 save percentage, and also 4 of his 8 starts were shutouts.
It's pretty good.
So good, it got him playoff MVP. So definitely a lot.
That ring's coming in the mail. I'll make sure I take care of it for him.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started about getting more rings. Oh, that's a fun transition.
But yeah, it was a great season. Like the 18-game winning streak, unbelievable. That's just our group taking it day by day, not getting complacent with one win, just focused on the task at hand and knowing what we got to accomplish, and kind of just holding ourselves accountable. Like some of our wins last year, we considered them losses, and we weren't necessarily happy after some of those wins. And, you learn a lot from losses, and I thought that was the coolest thing about our group. We showed a ton of resiliency. We never lost back-to-back games. That is extremely hard to do. We would have comeback wins. We'd be down in the first period and then readjust after the first intermission and come out flying for the second. So I'm super proud of what that group accomplished, and it was truly a special season. To get 49 wins is unheard of in a 56-game season, but that's what we're gunning for, those type of numbers this upcoming year.
Well, I looked back at last year's first show of the year today in the office just to prepare for tonight, and first thing that you said was the goal was to get to 40 wins in the regular season. Well, you blew that out. You got to 49. You also said multiple times throughout the year you like round numbers. So now I'm going to give you the opportunity in front of all these people here at Tully's. 49's great. 50 might be better. What do you think about 50?
I like 50, but what I'm going to say is we just want to dominate.
Okay.
We want to dominate in every facet of the game. That's what we're looking to do. We're forgetting about the night before. We're focused on the task at hand. So I think 50 is very doable. If I'm being honest, I think we can win every single game this year, and that sounds crazy in hockey, and I'm not saying we're going to do it. I just don't think it's as unrealistic as other people might seem. We're that type of team. We have a great group of returners that they know what's expected, and then the new guys are just falling right in line. It's a great recipe for success.
Yeah, well, you got 16 returners, including the guy who led the league in points per game for players who played over 20 games. Tyson Kirkby returns. He had 2.1 points per game last season. He also led the team in points during the postseason with 9. Oliveri was right behind him with 8. And Tyson comes back for his 3rd year as captain, and obviously I know that he had a big help in last year's championship season, helping you recruit some guys. I saw a guy from Prescott, Ontario come through on the waiver wire.
That's Shane Carr.
Yep, and that was I believe that was a Tyson recommendation.
100%.
So obviously he's a very big asset, and I know having him in your back pocket for yet another year is only going to help you guys improve.
Well, Kirks is the biggest asset, and I think we talk about him enough, but I don't think he gets recognized by the league enough. My eyes, clearly the MVP. If you look at the Athens numbers when him and Garrett Milan were matched up, Kirks outplayed him. He took over the game. He can do a little bit more as far as, answering the bell, winning draws, playing PK, playing power play. He's a great leader, and we're so pleased to have him back for another year. I know he can go up and play in the coast. He proved that last year. But Kirks he's the man around here. Yes, we treat him well, but at the same time, we're lucky to have him.
Yep. Also had 2 goals last year in the coast that you mentioned with the Reading Royals on back-to-back nights. Just worth pointing out. But I'd be remiss, and I think Austin would get mad at me if I didn't mention it. Did not lead the Black Bears in goals. Austin Thompson did that with 39. He was very quick to point that out to me when I was talking about Tyson's accolades the other day.
Another great returner.
Yep.
And a guy that kind of flies under the radar a little bit. He's not much for the limelight, but 39 goals. He gets to the net front. He scores in all sorts of ways. Another great leader. We added him to the leadership group. Well deserved. So he'll have his input. He'll have his handprint on some of the decision making. But Tomer's been awesome the past few years. Has never gotten a call up. Don't understand why. I would expect a call for him. He's a big body. Finishes his hits. One thing that I really love about Tomer is I've put him in some tough situations. He's had a couple bad games. I put him in the 10th forward, and by the 15-minute mark of the first period, he's back on first or second line or whatever, getting a regular shift.
I remember that.
It's awesome to see him always answer the bell and respond the way he does.
Before we get to our over-under segment with a couple of things that we're going to mark down here, before we wrap up your segment here on the Coach's Show, this is your 3rd full season coming up with the Black Bears. Can you name, player-wise, can you name something about a singular player that they have shown the most improvement or most growth, whether that be on the ice, off the ice, that really resonates with you going into your 3rd year with the team?
It's a really good question. I think there's too many names.
Okay.
Specifically, as far as growth on the ice, I thought Luke Dobles came in ready to go this camp.
Okay.
We talked over the summer about some of the improvements that I need to see for him to be a regular in the lineup, and we saw it in the inter-squad scrimmage today. I was very impressed. Now, that's one day. You got to follow it up the next day, but I really enjoyed seeing that today and seeing that he's been putting in the work over the summer. Another guy is Zach Sirota. He does everything right, and his middle lane drives, the way he's able to be a pass, disrupt plays, get on the forecheck, just add value in so many different areas on the ice. Been very impressed with his game. I'd say Gavin Yates' maturity off the ice has been a pleasure to see. He's a great leader. He knows how to pick and choose his moments as far as cracking jokes and balancing that work and fun. So it's been awesome to see him grow as a human being, and I think I could go down the list with everyone. And that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be better people, not only on the ice but off the ice as well.
All right, to follow that up, I know that was a hard question, so thanks for playing that game. Now that you're third-year head coach, 3.5 year, I guess, what do you think that you've changed most about yourself?
I want to enjoy the journey a little bit more.
Okay.
You know, my last year as a player, I remember I kind of knew it was going to be my last year, and I would look around and kind of see the buildings I was in, see the crowds, and I embraced it a little bit and kind of took those special pauses, those moments to kind of, you know, appreciate like what we're doing, whether it's, you know, having a moment during the national anthem and kind of thanking, you know, the people that have come before you, or my family that's kind of provided me this opportunity and paved the way for me. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do this year, is just like really enjoy the ride. I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to learn as much as I can from guys from the next level, from other coaches. So I'm always, you know, picking apart other coaching philosophies and add them to myself and add them to our team. And, you know, hopefully we get better each and every year.
Well, that's awesome. That is good to hear. You know, you don't want to become a comfy cat yourself when you're preaching it to the guys.
Exactly.
So
that'd be a little hypocritical.
Yeah, exactly. You got to lead from the front and lead by example. So that's really awesome. Good to see that there's some mental growth still going on.
I'm growing up a little bit.
You never stop growing up.
Yeah.
So it's a really neat thing. All right. So for our last segment here, we just I got a couple of things that I had marked down earlier, and then I'm going to come back to this clip at our last coaches show, and we're going to see how many of these ring true. All right, and then if you can't give an answer and you just want to pass, I understand. It'll just be a funny laugh, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, so Black Bears last year had 1,411 penalty minutes. Are we going to be over or under that number this upcoming year?
I think we're going to have less 10-minute misconduct, so I'm going to say under.
Under, okay.
I hear the officials are going to have thicker skin this year.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go under 1,411 penalty minutes. That was a deep number.
I like that one.
Okay. Yeah. We already talked about the wins and losses, so we're going to go away from that. 143 total points. So that's regulation wins, overtime wins. Let's say it's 142 and a half. Are we going over or under that number this year?
I have a feeling we're going over for the next few. I'm saying over.
Okay. All right, so we're going over 142 and a half for the total points this season. Worth noting, remember, FPHO rules, 3 points for a win in regulation, 2 points for a victory in overtime or the shootout, and 1 point for an overtime or shootout loss. Just worth noting that scoring system right there. Last year, the Black Bears had one league award, and that was Connor McAnanama getting goaltender of the year. So I'm going to set the line at 1.5. Over or under 1.5 league award for next season?
We should have had 4 or 5 last year. It depends on the voting. Like I'm gonna say I don't know. Like we have a lot of competitive voters out there that can't keep the emotion out of it. So I would like to say over.
Okay. All right. So over 1.5 league award. Again, congratulations to C-Mac. I guess he kind of counts twice. He was playoff MVP and goaltender of the year. So I guess if you want to nitpick a little bit, he did win 2 awards last season. Okay. Goal differential was plus 148 this past season. Going over or under that for this upcoming year?
Over.
There was a lot. Okay, so you said over, but I will say there was a lot of games against teams that no longer exist or have relocated, reshelved some of their tools, and a lot of those games were like 9-0, 10-1. Very high scoring, lopsided affairs that all went in favor of the Black Bears. So if you still want to go over, I understand, but I just wanted to point that out, that, you know, unfortunately the Dashers and the Venom are no longer playing.
As Kyle Steffen would say, the belief in this room is unmatched.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go over 148 positive goal differential for this season. Coach, anything that you want to say to the fans watching online and then here in the restaurant ahead of next Friday's game against Watertown?
The banner raising night is for the fans. The ring ceremony, it's for us and the players. So please come out, watch a banner go in the rafters. It's a very cool moment. I know Eddie Bello, Josh Williams, they're going to be putting on a show for, you know, the entertainment provided before the game, and our boys are going to show up and show out. We're not dropping banner raising night. We're going to come out hard to play, and let's pack the house and let's continue to get sellouts. I know it's tougher at the beginning of the year with football, but what's more entertaining than a Black Bears game? These guys, they're out in the community, and then they show up and show out on the ice. So come out. Let's get up to 15, 16 sellouts this year.
All right. So EJ, you heard it. I know you're monitoring the live stream. Go ahead and clip that from Coach Sherwood, and we can use that for social media promotion this week. We will take a quick time out, wrap up the show. Coach Sherwood, thank you for your time again here.
Thanks, boss.
Only, I think, 11 more shows to go here, and the next one will be on October 21st. We want to thank Coach Sherwood for his time. Also thank the guys for coming out tonight as well. We'll be right back to end this one and then get you ready. Don't forget, pick up your season tickets if you haven't already. Now's a good time. Looks like the line is dying down just a little bit. So we'll be right back after this final timeout to wrap this show up. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Hockey season is back, and the defending Commissioner Cup champion Black Bears are taking on the Watertown Wolves Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Join us for a special banner-raising ceremony brought to you by Illuminations for a show you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
Welcome back in. Big thanks to head coach Brant Sherwood. Black Bears are in the midst of training camp right now. That'll come to an end, but that means opening night is just around the corner. That is Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. It'll be your last time to see the Commissioner's Cup in person before the Black Bears have to give it back to the league, at least for the next 7 months. Obviously, you want to bear witness as the team's new tagline this year as the Black Bears go for a historic three-peat in minor league hockey. It has been done before, but not that often. If you need to get single game tickets, you can do so by visiting the Black Bears online at binghamtonblackbears.com or call the office at 607-722-7367. EJ Worth done an excellent job on social media tonight. Josh Williams on the ones and twos and video production. Got a whole lot of new toys that we're going to be debuting on the live stream this year. That'll be live on YouTube as always, coming up next Friday night at 7 p.m. Big thank you to everybody from the Black Bears office who is hanging out still, passing out season tickets. Trevor Potenziano, Cole Parenti, Kelsey Lane, Bobby Gross, and company as well, making sure you have your season tickets and your benefits package for the upcoming Black Bears season. We will talk to you live from the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena Friday night as the Black Bears raise the banner, brought to you by our friends at Illuminations Lighting that night. Wonderful pregame ceremony. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you then. And for everybody with the Binghamton Black Bears, my name is Brooks Hill, signing off until Friday.